Hello and welcome back. So joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command as always. As I promised on Discord, if you're not over there, then I suggest you head over there so that you can keep up to date with everything that we're planning. So as I promised on that, we're going to be doing a video today on the best type of mining crews for what type of ships. We're going to go through pretty much all of them that I personally have, and we're going to show you the best type of crews, and that goes from mining itself and then it goes to base raiding as well, and what I believe to be the best crews for them ships. Bear in mind, this is my opinion and my opinion only, so just take that with a grain of salt. If you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments section down below, and we can discuss it there, where obviously hopefully we can be a bit civil about it. Obviously if you just fully disagree, then that's fine. You can have different opinions. To me, that's the whole nature of this game. You can have different layouts, you can have different opinions, and I do implore people to think and discover things for themselves, even though a lot of it is out there obviously already. But try and discover it for yourself first, and then if you can't work it out or something, then obviously resort to using videos or other people's suggestions, being obviously the best option. Thank you to all the new subscribers as always. I just want to put a plea out there. So we're heading to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently sat at 865, so we literally only need 135 more people to subscribe so we can get to that goal of 1,000 subscribers. So if I can implore you to hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell notifications, which tells you when I post a video live. Alternatively, you can join the Discord and I post it there anyway, so you can join it there. You will receive it first, as I post it on there first, and then obviously YouTube subscribers get it slightly after that. So just bear in mind, so Discord is a good place to be. So let's get straight into the video. So the first ship we're going to talk about is the Backlist, just because that's what we have up at the moment. So in terms of officer crew, let's go to the officer tab. So in terms of officer crew, we're going to have obviously Ston in our main captain slot. The reason we're going to have Ston, it is Ston, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Ston. For some reason, I thought it was Stone for a second then. But yeah, no, Ston. So we're going to have him as our main captain. Reason for that is because obviously his special ability as a captain is Ston increases the mining rate of a ship by 70% when mining ore. And we're going to partner that with obviously the Backlist, being the Romulan vessel, and anything to do with the Romulans type of ships. They are specialized in mining ore. That's the same when it goes for Federation and gas, and it's the same when it goes for Klingon and Crystal. So just bear that in mind as we talk about the rest of the crews. So yeah, we're talking about ore at the moment, so Ston is going to be our main go-to guy, and the reason for this is because he again mines at 70% rate. When he partners with some other synergized character, as you can see here, he is partnered with Pring, should I say. So she adds 30%. So if you take that off, for example, he will only obviously be mining at 40%. So that's why you want to add her to get that, just that little bit extra out of it, which makes everything a little bit better. So yeah, we're going to add her, and the reason we're going to add her anyway, other than the actual synergy bonus itself, the reason we want to add to Pring is for her secondary ability, and it's an absolutely amazing secondary ability, and it's this ability here, so officer ability, which is increases the cargo by, I'm not going to say 200%. I know mine says that, however, mine is a maxed out to Pring, or very nearly maxed out to Pring, so again, just take that with that will change depending on how high leveled your T'Pring is, so just bear that in mind. But this is the ability you want, so that her cargo, or the cargo for that vessel, is increased quite dramatically. And then the third character we're going to have, if you have them, I'll give you an alternative if you don't have them, but if you do have them, you're going to have 10 of 10. Because 10 of 10, his officer ability increases the mining speed of the ship by 100%, and this doesn't matter what ship it is. It really does not matter. You're going to just increase the whole mining vessel's ability by 100%, and that's why you want 10 of 10 in that slot. If you can't get 10 of 10 because you don't have them, then you can put virtually any of the others. So You can put Barrett there, and he'll do, again, adds the 30%. You can put Heller there, only adds 20%, so just bear that in mind. And then you can put the others there, they all add 20% as well. So, or you can put, alternatively, you can put Hair, which I've just literally forgot her name. So you can put Hair there, and again, she adds the 30% bonus as well. So just Heller and Basic, well, however you say his name, they're the ones that add 20%. So if you add any of the others, you got 30%. The reason I say that is because you're probably going to have multiple mining ships potentially out at the same time. So you want to try and specialize them in where they go. So that is what you want to try and look for. So we're just going to discard that. So we're going to move over to the other ships. So the other ships in question are going to be, so you got the Backlist, you got the Cavort, which is the Klingon vessel, or alternatively, you've got the Antares, again being the Federation vessel. You have got the Horizon as well. So if you don't have the other two vessels, or any of the free faction vessels, then I highly recommend getting them because they are the best ships to mine with, and that, in my opinion, you may as well upgrade them compared to your Horizon, in my opinion. Horizon definitely has its place, but I think you should upgrade one of the faction ships first. So if you have, for example, a Cavort, are we going to change the ship? Yeah, we may as well. So change the ship. So we're going to have a Cavort. You want to keep the crew exactly the same. Other than Ston, you want to swap him out for Barrett, and that is going to be your layout. If you have the Antares, which is obviously your Federation ship, the difference being is you're going to have the same crew again. The only difference is Ping is going to swap over, and she's going to take the lead, and you're going to get the synergy from there. Or alternatively, this is where you can mix it up, because you could put Helvia there, because it doesn't really matter. The 10 to 30%, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. The difference here is obviously her ability to be able to warp to places so much quicker is obviously quite advantageous. Or alternatively, you could have her, which gives the 30% anyway, and then you could partner them two together with another crew member for another type of mining. So you could partner them two with Helvia, and they can go and mine, for example, ore or crystal if you so choose. The only downside to that is obviously they don't get the bonus of getting the extra cargo capacity, protected cargo. So just bear that in mind. So that is the only downside when it comes to that type of stuff. But that's all three faction ships all done. So I would advise focusing on one, get them all to a decent level, like tier 2 or tier 3, and then just focus on one, getting that up as high as you can. As you can see, mine's only a tier 5. We are focused on trying to get this up as quick as we can. The two things that you should do are focus on the mining and the cargo. The others should come later, and the warp range is also very, very useful to have, so try and upgrade them three first, then focus on the weapons. As you can see, I kind of messed it up and didn't focus on that one, the cargo. So try and focus on the mining, probably then the warp range, then the cargo, then focus on the energy or the weapons and the shields. That would be my way of upgrading this type of ship. And then there's obviously other types of ships in the game. One of the ships being the new Meridian, which is, as you can see here, this is the crew that I'm using for the Meridian. The reason for this crew is because as a captain's ability, you got Arium, increases the mining speed of Icegerm by 60%. And the reason it's 60% is because she gets a 20% bonus from Tilly. Tilly's secondary ability is completely useless, so just forget about it. You're literally only putting her in because she gives the best synergy bonus that I can find with Arium just in this slot. And also, when it comes to the Meridian, don't worry about protected cargo. It's completely useless, so there's no point in putting to Ping in here because protected cargo is so small on this vessel that it really doesn't make a difference, and you will mine over that so quickly because this ship obviously mines Icegerm pretty damn fast. And then the second one you're going to have is, or the third officer you're going to have is Ellie Makinen. however you say her name as well. And again, you're going to have her officer ability, which again increases the rate of isogen mining by a further 20%. So overall, you're getting an extra 80% off them two officers. Again, don't worry about the secondary ability of these two. It's completely useless. What you're looking for is a captain ability, and then you're looking for Ellie's secondary ability. And again, you will mine at a pretty decent rate overall. And then obviously the special ability of the ship also helps with the mining. Just want to point out, if you haven't already, take care of the level of the ship. Every time this level of the ship goes up, so does the ship's special ability. So you want to try and level the ships up as quick as you can, because it will make the ships mine faster overall. So if you didn't know that, then I suggest you start basically from day one, start right now. And then there's one more ship I want to talk about, and it is probably the last ship that you're going to use, especially at sort of level 20 odd plus. This ship you're definitely going to use quite a lot of, especially when it comes to the arcs and stuff these days, is going to be the BB. So the Botany Bay is going to be your last ship. If you can, try and get it to as high as tier as possible. It is very useful at the highest of tiers. And what crew you're going to use on this? You're going to use Zhao Qin as your main captain. So this is the best crew layout that I've found, which also protects cargo. You don't have to go for this because his special ability as captain is already a firewall protection, which obviously protected cargo of the ship by 50%. So he does give somewhat of a bonus to protected cargo. However, it's a secondary ability of his that you're looking for, and it increases the mining rate of the ship by 100% when mining corrupted or decoded data. And again, this is probably the best layout you can have, in my opinion, for mining data, because it means you have the highest protected cargo. And if you look at my protected cargo with this layout, you'll see as I scroll down, so my protected cargo is 108,000. Bearing in mind my capacity is only 409,000, which is pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it's pretty decent for just a Botany Bay. It is a max Botany Bay, so I can't get any higher than this other than the levels. So 409,000 early game. This is an incredibly powerful ship just because of this cargo capacity. However, it's protected cargo. I think it can go higher with research. However, obviously I don't have that as of yet. So this is an incredibly good ship. So yeah, you got 108,000 there protected. So it means you're not having to worry about yourself whilst you're obviously trying to mine data. Since mining data, obviously you mine that incredibly fast. So it means you don't have to worry for quite some time, especially when it comes to the events within the arcs. I have to mine around 370,000, I think it is, just to get through. So it means I have to do maybe 3 or 2 journeys there, or three overall journeys of mining about 108, slightly over 108, obviously, because obviously 360 or 370 divided by 3 is not 108. So it'd be 108 plus a little bit of overcargo, but most of the time no one really touches us in this space. But even if you do get touched in another, obviously, galaxy, in another server, and as soon as you go over cargo, it doesn't matter what it is, you get absolutely hammered for it, then at least your cargo capacity or protected cargo capacity is high enough that you're not having to go there and back absolutely tons of times due to obviously it being so high. And that is the last crew layout that we're going to talk about. Hopefully this video has been useful to anyone that is wondering what type of ships or what type of crews to use on their ships. Again, when it comes to the 10 of 10, if you don't have 10 of 10, try and just make it whoever has the best synergy with the captain is what I would go for. So for example, it seems weird to put this on, but if you put like Katie there, for example, she's not going to increase, I don't believe she doesn't increase the officer ability. So just bear that in mind. However, she does increase the captain's ability. So again, you get even more protected cargo. So if you go down now, as you can see, 115,000. Again, just bear that in mind. If you want to increase the captain's ability of the mining vessel, then just put someone who synergizes incredibly well with the ship. Okay, that's all we've got for today's video. Hopefully it's been useful. Again, don't forget to consider subscribing, and I will see everyone next time. Bye-bye for now.